Hi, I'm Kat. I am a fire earthling from Kerador, and I am ready to take the Novice Path to Orilium. I am so glad that the Magical Readathon is back, and I am just so amazed at how much work G, our fearless leader, has put into this. If you would like to know more about the Readathon, go check out her video linked down below. I am so excited for this, and I got myself all prepared. I have, our map and all of the challenges on the way. I have a little bit about me and the map of Aldea. I am so ready to take this adventure along the Novice Path to the Orilium Academy and start studying there. It took me a bit to decide who I would like to be in this world because my channel name is Stars and Embers. I could have capitalized on the stars and become an elf, or I could have capitalized on the embers and became a fire earthling, and that is what I chose. I feel very fire earthling-esque with my, hair with flames coming from the bottom. This readathon also takes place over 2 other challenges that I will be participating in during September. The first being, of course, the Because We Can readathon, my own readathon that I co-host. Check out all of our announcements for that readathon. We are super excited for it because there are reading challenges and there are creative challenges, and they're all based on Netflix shows. I also have my TBR for that one up, and I have very easily crossed it over with this TBR. So if you would like to take part in both as well, we would love to have you, and the challenges are very easy to cross over. And the other challenge that I will be participating in this September is the Saving Prythian Fitness Challenge. Along my trek to the Novice Path, I am going to get fit and be ready to save Prythian. There is a link to that one down below as well. But let's focus on the Novice Path now, because there are a lot of challenges on our way to get to the academy. If you've been around, you know that I set unrealistic goals for myself during readathons, and I have done the same now. But I will read what I can, because we do only need to complete 2 challenges to successfully get to the academy. But I do have a book for each challenge. The first challenge is the Novice Path entrance. Read a book with a map. I have chosen Gods and Monsters by Shelby Mahurin. This does indeed have a map, and I have not read it yet, so this was perfect. Where's the map? Map. This is book 3 in the Serpent and Dove trilogy, and I am excited to see how it ends. And then after we make it through the entrance, we hit the Ashtorn tree, and we have to read a book that keeps tempting you, or a book that is on the top of your TBR. To All the Boys I've Loved Before by Jenny Han. If you know, you know. This is also part of my Because We Can Readathon TBR, so I am doubling it up. It is on 2 Readathon TBRs at the same time. I will read it. And then after we make it past the Ashtorn tree, we walk through the Mist of Solitude, so we need to read a standalone. I have chosen One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. This is her 2nd standalone novel. I bought this like the week it came out, and I still haven't read it yet. That means it was meant for me to read in the Mist of Solitude. After we make it through that, we hit the Ruin of the Sky. Read a book featuring ghosts or a haunted house or other supernatural elements. I wasn't quite sure on books that had ghosts or haunted houses in it, so I just went with plain supernatural elements and chose The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. Grace from G Swizzle gave this one to me for my birthday, and it has supernatural elements in it because she's like immortal and she made a deal and stuff. And she gave me the hardcover, which has the pretty hard back on there and that. I don't know much more else except that Addie is like cursed with, she has immortality, but then no one remembers her after they meet her, but then this one guy does. So supernatural elements. We can read this at the Ruin of Sky. Past the Ruin of the Sky is the Obsidian Falls, so we need to read a thriller or a mystery book. I have chosen The Vanishing Deep by Astrid Schultz. I believe this is like a thriller mystery type book in a world that's mostly water, and I'm just going to read the back of it because it's going to explain it much better than I can. 17-year-old Tempest was born into a world of water. The most skilled diver on the Equinox Reef, she searches around cities with her older sister Alicia, seeking out old world treasures to trade for notes. After Alicia mysteriously drowns, Tempest scavenges the ruins alone, determined to collect enough notes to buy back her sister's life for 24 hours and to finally learn the secret Alicia has kept until her last breath. However, once revived, Alicia convinces Tempest to break her out of the Palindromina Research Facility, and together they embark on a dangerous journey into search of the truth. The clock is ticking, and with 2 wardens in hot pursuit, Tempest and Alicia must do everything they can to evade, capture, and uncover Palindromina's secrets before time runs out. I loved Astrid's first book, 4 Dead Queens, and this one is a signed copy as well, because Astrid is local, so I've met her a bunch of times now. And also did buy this, like, when it came out, so I'm finally going to read it. Once we make it past the Obsidian Falls, we hit the Tower of Rumination, and we need to read a 5-star prediction. I have chosen Better Together by Christine Riccio. I gave her first book, Again But Better, 5 stars, so I am expecting to like this one as well. This one is described as the parent trap with like 20-somethings. There's 2 sisters, they live on like opposite sides of the country, one with their mum, one with their dad, and then they meet on like a camp and then they swap places, and I don't know much else from there, but there's one sister and there's the other sister. And after all of that, we finally reached the Orilium Academy arc, and we have to read a book with a school setting. And I have chosen Raelia by Lynette Noni. This is part of the Madoran Chronicles, the first book being Arcane. Arcane takes place at a school called Arcane. I am assuming Raelia takes place a lot there as well, though they may leave the school, but you know, they're all teenagers, they're all in school. I'm assuming there's quite a big school setting still. It is Portal Fantasy. The first book follows Alex when she has to go to a boarding school in our world, then she walks through a door, and suddenly she's in the world of Medora. And the only way home is if she can speak to the headmaster of the Arcane Academy. He's just not there, so they're like, why don't you just attend our school until he arrives back? And stuff happens. So that is the adventure I have planned to reach the Orilium Academy. Comment down below if you are also going to be taking this journey, and if you have a TBR, and what species are you? Are there any other fire earthlings out there? Or if you can't think of anything else to write, please just leave me a fire emoji down below so I know you were here. And if that's so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more of my videos. And here is my Because We Can Readathon TBR if you want to check that out. And if you're a fan of Vampire Academy, I am making videos about the upcoming series, so here is one of those.